Hi, we are here at HLF Hyderabad Literary Festival 2025 15th edition. This year we've seen a lot of youngsters also come in, and there's a huge fan following for Priya Malik. And Priya, it is so good to have you here at HLF. Please tell us, how has your experience with HLF been?
I love the city of Hyderabad. I've been here a few times before, and I've always felt what the city also brings to the forefront. You know, the tehzeeb, the nawabs, the royalty that the city has. But other than that, there is also a very vibrant, a very authentic, raw culture and history associated with the city. So I've been meaning to perform in Hyderabad for a very long time. I mean, all my visits that have been, they've always been for something else, but not my poems. And I would sometimes hear from people from Hyderabad saying, when will you come to Hyderabad? So when the HLF invited me, I accepted it right away, and very graciously so, because I know what the festival stands for, and I've been meaning to come to Hyderabad to meet my audience for a very long time. So it was divine intervention, so to speak.
How did your journey begin?
So I've been writing poems since the age of 12. I was a child writing poems, but I never looked at it as a career, Sakshi. Why? Because I didn't see people around me growing up to become poets. People were either doctors or engineers or even like actors. You would see them on the screen, but you would never see a woman or a man holding a mic and reciting a poem. That was alien to me.
Right.
But at school, I would be involved in elocutions and debates. I was writing my own poems, reciting other people's poems. I was doing all of that. But I never thought, growing up in a middle-class Indian family, that this can be a career. Right. And these careers are not even encouraged, because your parents don't want you to grow up and struggle. They want you to have your degrees, they want you to do your traditional jobs, they want you to have that life that they intend you to have. Then, I was a part of the corporate rut as well for 10 years. And then just before I turned 30, I was going through a very depressive cycle in my life, and I was up at 2 a.m. I was living in Australia at the time. I was super unhappy, suicidal to a point, and I was watching things on YouTube, and this poem came in front of me, which was OCD by Neil Hilborn. It is one of the OG spoken word poems, and I saw it and I was so moved. Something inside me shifted. Then that entire night, I remember I did not sleep. Then I watched Anis Mojgani, then I watched Andrea Gibson. These are all people who started button poetry in New York, this idea of slam poems and all of that. And I was like, wow, I want to do this. I want to make people feel this. What I can feel through this video, I want people to feel this. And as destiny would have it, the Australian Poetry Slam was going on, which I did not even know was a thing before that night. I Googled it, and it turned out to be, and I ended up going and participating, and I won that, which was a big validation as well. Right. And then I just slowly and swiftly made it into a career. I mean, I did not make it into a career. I think my love for it ended up becoming a career for me.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Would you like to recite your favorite lines written by you?
कहने की इजाज़त नहीं, अभिव्यक्ति की आज़ादी चाहिए. जो किताबों में भी लिखा ना हो, मुझे वो उपन्यास चाहिए. हर्फ़ अल्फाज के साथ साथ उन अल्फाज पे इखलास, that means belief चाहिए. मुझे तोहफे में ज़ेवरात नहीं, मुझे कुर्बत का एहसास चाहिए. जो बेमिसाल, बेनज़ीर, बेलौस हो, मुझे वो प्यास चाहिए. मुझे प्यार नहीं इश्क चाहिए. मुझे प्यार नहीं इश्क चाहिए.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
It is, I mean, you are the epitome of what you believe in. And I can, sitting here, feel that energy and that groundedness, if we can say. So your presence is beautiful, and there's a lot of spiritual energy around you.
There is, yes. I mean, when I'm on stage, I am at my most pure and meditative state. I think I'm most, my social media handles are Priya sometimes, and people often ask me why. It's because I'm not always, I don't always find my center point and my focal point in every setting. I only find it in certain settings. One of the settings is my home, one of the settings is when I'm writing, and one of the most beautiful settings when I'm really centered and really grounded and really connected with my being is when I'm on stage. So sometimes I close my eyes as well when I'm performing, because when I'm in it, I'm really in it. So that's me, one with God, performing on stage and speaking my heart out, reciting my poems. unabashed love poems, which I think is also such a feminist discourse, right? Because we did not grow up seeing women proudly reclaiming how much they love their man or how much they love themselves, because that needs to come first.
Yes. And nobody, this dialogue was never there. That a woman has to put herself first. And I'm glad that now more and more women are being absolutely unapologetic. That's the word, unapologetic. And the young girls need to see that it's all right to do that. And for that, we need icons like you.
Thank you.
So we look forward to your evening session.
Thank you so much.
And we would love to have you again in Hyderabad.
Thank you for having me.